How to count colors in Excel. I have a data set with a bunch of different statuses: green, yellow, purple, red, and so forth. And I want to count each one of those colors because it's going to help me and tell me what action I need to do first. As you can see here, I have the colors and then the description, and then I need to count the quantity because let's say the reddish color is the status that I have the most. So I know that I need to restock. This is the action that I need to do first. But anyway, how can I count colors in Excel? There is basically many different ways to do this task. However, I want to show you two different ways. The first one is faster. However, it will not automatically update the result if you change the color of an item or of a cell. And the second method is more laborious, let's say. However, it's going to automatically update. So let's start with the first method. I want to select this entire data set. I can either click, hold, and drag, or I can go and click on the columns A, B, C, and D. Okay, all those columns are selected. Now I can go to the Home tab. Here to the right, I can click on Sort and Filter, and then Filter. With this tool, I can go to the product, and I want to filter by color and select only the green color. Okay, now I can see everything that is equal to the greenish color. And I can select all those cells until the end of the spreadsheet like this. And using the filter, I can see the count of those cells. And if you do not have this count on the footer of Excel, you can click here with the right click on the footer, and then you can activate all those calculations, such as average, count, minimum, sum, and so forth. But anyway, 217. Now let me go again at the top of the spreadsheet. I want to click again in the filter, and I want to clear filter. Now let's write down this number right here, 217. Enter. Okay, as you guys can see, this method works. However, it's not going to automatically update the result. So if you want to automatically retrieve the result, the count of the colors, you can do this second method that I'm going to show you. So let's go here to the Developer tab, and if you do not have the Developer tab, do not freak out because I'm going to show how you can activate the Developer tab too. Let's go to the Home tab and right click in any blank spot, such as this one right here, right click, and then go to Customize the ribbon. With this new window, you can go to Popular Commands, and instead of using this option, you can go to All tabs or Main tabs. Now you can try to find Developer. Okay, here we have Developer, then click Add, and then click OK. Simple as that. This is how you can activate the Developer tab. Now to the left, go to Visual Basic. And I know that this view right here is a little bit different than we are used to. However, the steps that we are going to do are very, very simple. Let's go to this left panel and then right click in the blank area and then Insert Module. In this first module, let's click here. We go into this right panel and we want to write down our function. I want to start with, of course, function space cell color. And remember, if you want to save time, you can copy and paste this function right here or this code, because I'm going to leave in the description. So you can copy and paste right here and that way save time. Function cell color, open parentheses. I want to define cell as a range, okay, close parentheses, and then as long, enter. Now we have the function and the end of the function. And in between the function and the end function, I have this space right here. Now I want to press the tab button to give a space, or you can actually press the space button 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to write down my function, the function itself. Cell color, that is the name of my function. is equal to cell period interior, double click, 1, 2, period, and then color index. Basically, what we created here is I want to retrieve the color index or the color number or the color code of the interior of the cell. And remember, the cell that we have here is a range. So it can be the first cell, the cell A1, the cell B3, the cell A4, doesn't matter, okay? It can be any different cell of the spreadsheet that we have. Now the last step that we can do here is we can automatically update the result of this function whenever we change the color of a cell. And to do it, let's go here to the sheet 1 where I have my inventory or where I have the cells that I want to count to retrieve the color. So double click, 1, 2, okay. Now instead of use general, I want to use worksheet. I already have the first row and the third row. Now let's go here to the row in between, the first and the second and the third. And again, 4 times the space, 1, 2, 3, 4. Within this code, I want to use the Application.CalculateFull, 1, 2. Okay, simple as that. Now we can close this panel, this window, and basically we're done. If you go now here, let's say to the column E, equals sign, and then color, here we have cell color, the function that we created, 1, 2. And the only thing that I need to do is to click on a cell where I want to extract the color code and then enter. So the blank cell color is equal to this code, -4142. Now let's click at the bottom right corner, hold and drag down to make sure we can bring all the codes of the colors that we have. So as we can see, the green color is going to be 43, the yellowish is equal to 6, the purple is equal to 24, and so forth. Now let's bring it down until the ending of the spreadsheet. Or it's easier to double click at the bottom, 1, 2. Okay, simple as that. Now that we have the codes, what we can do is we can also put the codes right here just to have the same criteria. So equal sign, let me increase the width of this column, equal sign, cell color, 1, 2, and then I want to retrieve the cell color of the cell that I have to the right. Enter. Let me bring it down like this. Okay. Now let's make it slimmer again, like this. Now we can use this color code as a criteria to count all the colors that match with this code right here. And then we can use the second code and so forth. And to help us, we can use the equal sign, the count if function, 1, 2, that is going to count anytime that we have a match, let's say. So the range is going to be the column E, where I have the conditions or the codes, comma, and the criteria or the condition is going to be the code here to the left. Enter. So as we can clearly see, we have the same result as before, 217. Now let's bring this formula down and we're done. As we can see, no action is actually the action that has the most quantity. But if we go to the second one, is the good status. The third one is going to be close to expiring and so forth. So this is how we can count colors in Excel using 2 very simple codes through the Visual Basic application. And remember, we do need to properly save this Excel file. So let's go here to File and then go to Save As and then click Browse. And you can save this Excel file anywhere in our computer. But remember, just change the Save As type to Excel Macro Enabled Workbook or XLSM. This is the most important thing. Then click Save. Simple as that. This is how we can save properly a VBA code.